Hello out there, and another new knife for you today. A quick first look at this just released Spyderco Stretch 2 in ZDP-189. And this knife appealed to me for a couple reasons. First of all, I've never had a Stretch model before, and I've always been a little bit interested in it, but then more importantly, I've never had a ZDP-189 blade steel. And so I wanted to get my hands on this knife just to sort of kill two birds with one stone. You know, and ZDP is one of those considered to be higher end steels that's just extremely hard, extremely wear resistant with good edge retention because it has a ton of chromium and a ton of carbon in it. And so, yeah, I just wanted to get my hands on a knife that I could use and really get a feel for what the steel is all about. And the first thing I thought of when I saw this knife, and I'm going to keep it on the board for a minute where you can see the measurements. The first thing I thought of was the Paramilitary 2, just in that when you look at the overall length versus the blade length, you can see just a whole lot of handle for what the blade length is. You know, the cutting edge on the Stretch here is right around 3 inches. You know, and you can see very similar with the Paramilitary 2, a little bit longer cutting edge, but then you have an over 8-inch total length, you know, so just really good opportunities ergonomically, you know, for you to get a lot of grip, and I'll show you that in just a second. You know, and one of the things I didn't love about the Paramilitary 2 is it's just very big in the pocket, and so this will probably be the same way, but I'm really going to give it a shot and see how I feel about it. You know, and just for another sake of size comparison, this is another brand new knife. This is the Kershaw Fraxion, which I will be talking about soon, but there's a lot of knives to talk about right now, so I'm trying to catch up with a lot of stuff. But here's that Fraxion, and you can see, again, a very similar cutting edge length, but look at the difference in the overall length. All right, so this knife, the Stretch, is just really, really built and designed for you to get an excellent grip in a number of configurations for what is considered to be a folding hunting knife. So you can use this, you know, in a number of different ways, and it's very comfortable. The jimping is fantastic. I mean, really fantastic. So this is, again, reminding me of the Paramilitary 2. It's really good across the board. Nice 4-position pocket clip, just like with the Delica. Handle material, also just like the Delica. Pretty easy. Open and close with one hand. Strong lockback, no play. So yeah, in a lot of ways, just a souped up Delica, you know, with very similar materials in the handle and the lockback. But man, just the way that this fills the hand, certainly something to be happy about. So I'm not sure, you know, I'm not sure if people who have the Paramilitary 2 would prefer that over this with the G10. You know, there's a lot of differences, but a lot of similarities here. And I think that if you like the Para 2, then you'll really like this knife. Really like it. You know, and for me personally, if I'm looking at a blade shape that I want to use, you know, almost a similar type of belly, but I love the more robust tip here. Let's just take a look at that with this flat grind. You know, a little bit thicker. Just a good looking tip on the knife. Centering is pretty good. Like I said, the lockup is good. To ground really nicely. And so yeah, this is the new Stretch 2. one that I'm excited about. Again, a bit of a departure for me, but one that I will be using and really getting a good feel for, especially in terms of the steel. So yeah, that's really all I have for you guys. Just wanted to show this one off. Like I said, there is a whole lot more coming because I've got to do some follow-ups on the other new Kershaws. This Fraxion I'll be talking about, and then I have like 4 or 5 other new knives that I'll be trying to review at some point, but I've got to get use on them before I can do that. So thanks for watching. Any questions, comments, complaints, suggestions, you know where to reach me. You know, I will certainly be talking about this knife more as well in the future. So yeah, but just hit me up if there's anything else that you're looking for or would like to know, and I will talk with you soon. Thanks again.